I've never really been super sympathetic towards people that suffered from, like, hardcore addictions like that, because I just don't understand why you would kind of do that. My opinion has officially changed. This is drug. Apparently it's called like xylazine, and people are completely hooked on it. And what I just saw that just completely changed my overall opinion is a full-blown documentary of people basically making, we're gonna call it misery, but honestly it's no different than My 600-Pound Life. Basically, you watch the show and then instantly you lower your food intake, right? Or you watch the show Hoarders and then you start cleaning your house. But apparently, if you watch anything on Kensington Avenue, you immediately never want to do any type of narcotic. And that's the type of vibe that I'm kind of getting from what a lot of these videos are, but it gets tackier. If you give me a moment, as soon as I get to the studio, we're going to have a full-blown conversation about this. Be right back. So all of these videos are popping up all over YouTube, and they seem to just honestly exploit the people that are probably at the lowest point of their life. So there's a place called Kensington Avenue in Philadelphia, and it's currently being ravaged by every single hardcore narcotic that you can think of on this planet. From fentanyl to trank, which is basically horse tranquilizer mixed in with the white powdery substance. Also the horse, which is obviously the black tar. Right? All of these things are completely ravaging this area, destroying the population, and people are walking around in the sickest state that they can possibly be walking around in. So the videos always start with someone completely nodding over, and this is apparently a symptom of someone who uses trank. And again, trank is horse tranquilizer, but medically it's known as xylazine. I'm all for bringing big subjects to the masses. I'm all for it, because sometimes stories and situations are not spoken of loud enough, and if they are spoken of loud enough, then obviously you can kind of get some attention to some of these smaller issues, right? But I would definitely tell you, this is not a small issue. There are multiple channels right now on YouTube making hundreds of thousands of dollars just by flying into Philadelphia, going to Kensington with their camera, most likely one of these, so they can get perfectly stabilized 4K footage of one of the worst environments that you can possibly ever encounter. And we're talking about an area where the park now is known as Needle Park. And the reason why it's called Needle Park is because apparently this is where everyone goes to kind of shoot up whatever they're using. There are no more real open spaces for kids to play locally. And I'm saying this as someone who never has been around any of these narcotics ever. And I also have never known anyone on a personal level that has been afflicted by this, neither. So I kind of grew up with the perception of, if you didn't want to do it, don't do it. But I can definitely tell you, I understand kind of the error in my ways here after seeing some of these videos. Guys, these videos are so sad. So Pennsylvania has struggled with a lot of homelessness, poverty, crime related to obvious poverty. So it doesn't surprise me, or I'm sure anyone else, that a place like Kensington can exist in a place like Pennsylvania. I just saw a video of a woman that they questioned on the street, and they asked her, what can be done to fix the issue or fix the area? And her response was pretty clear. Bring in the military. I'm gonna be honest here, I'm not sure that's really a great idea, but I get the point of what she's trying to say at least. There are police driving up and down on Kensington. They absolutely see what's happening, but apparently the rate of crime is so high that they just don't care about the fact that there are people on the streets using narcotics at the rates that they are using it. Again, to the point where their local park is called Needle Park. But of course, with misery, there comes people looking to profit off of it. So in walks all of these ridiculous TikTokers and YouTubers who are specifically going there to make content to bring as many followers as humanly possible and make as much money as humanly possible for themselves and never give anything back to the actual population of people who actually need some type of help. There are people walking around literally shoving cameras into people's faces, not caring about the people at all, but just, again, looking for the content. And they see these people, they're bent over, because obviously the narcotic that they are taking is making it extremely hard for them to stand upright. The same with the people who are lying on the ground in the middle of the street. And then in walks the actual sickos, guys. Like the ones who follow people around, the ones who are addicted to the rock powder substance. Okay? fill in those blanks, because obviously that very specific one gives them lower intestinal issues, let's say, and it forces them to defecate on the street, and they get videos of these people also defecating all over the streets, guys. These TikTokers and YouTubers who are going specifically to Kensington Avenue to make these zombie videos, I think they may be some of the worst people on this entire planet. You're glorifying something exclusively for your monetary gain without returning anything to anyone. There are multiple videos of people asking them, hey, listen, can you respect my privacy? Please, can you respect my privacy? Give me some respect. But the person filming doesn't see that person as a person any longer. So they just completely disregard the fact that the person is asking you, hey, listen, I am completely gone off my mind right now. I really would prefer you not to film me. I am in the worst point in my life. Please don't record this for the history books. The people that are consuming the product and not actually looking for ways to kind of help are most likely equally as disgusting. I'm sorry, guys. I understand you want to see it. You want to laugh at it. I understand that you want to use it as a tool to keep you sober. Personally, this is entirely too much, guys. But luckily, there are actually some good people left. One of the great organizations, specifically in the area, they're called Kensington Voices. They actually are going out there and helping people. They're the ones walking the street with Narcan to kind of help people that are currently at the peak of their addiction, the ones who are suffering from any type of overdose due to the ingestion of any of these narcotics, guys. They are the actual ones helping the people on the streets. I definitely want to give these guys a round of applause, guys. But if you guys do actually want to help, Kensington Voices, you can find them on Instagram. You can also check out their website, guys. The Covington House in Pennsylvania also is another one of these guys who are actually doing things to help people. And if you guys want it, the number is 215-951-5411. How long do you think we're going to last on this planet if we consistently treat other humans that are at their lowest like trash?